I would help start a national organization. It's almost surreal.
And that national organization is
Moms for Liberty.
Moms for Liberty. And how did you come up with a name?
That's interesting. I think I'm going to attribute some of it maybe back to you. You told me after I lost my reelection to school board, I think we were talking, and I just said, I don't know what I want to do next. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And you said, make a list of all the things that are important to you and rank them. And on that list was education, as I was just coming off the school board. And, at the top, obviously, was family, God, but liberty was number 3. And so as I was narrowing things down and trying to figure out what I wanted to do, education and liberty was focused in. And so, we toyed around with the word parents, we toyed around with some of the other words, but what it came down to is who we saw mostly showing up at school board meetings really fighting for their kids was moms. And so we narrowed in on sticking with the word liberty and moms. We wanted to be for something, right? We didn't want to be
right
in something, against something. We wanted to be for. We wanted to be for liberty.
I remember that from my old days of coaching is I think what we did is an exercise where I make a list of 5 things and then kind of envision like what my life would be like in 10 years if I'd spent my time working on those 5 things. And you landed on liberty and then came back to me with all of this grand vision. You'd had the epiphany and the mission had called you, right? Like that's it. We don't
tied in all 5 of my things, right? Family was on there, which we're fighting for our kids. God was on my list. And for me, liberty has everything to do with living within God's commandments. And so it's kind of complex if you really dig in, but the organization as a whole covers my whole top 5 list.
So you're on mission from God.
Oh, well, that's, well, taken out of context and I'll be called, some names.
Yeah. Well,
it just ties into everything biblical, our founding documents. There's so much here. It's so rich. And, I do feel called in a sense to do this. I feel driven to do it. I feel God's hand in the decisions that we're making. And it's a vital part of what's happening.